Hi, I'm Benny Fluman, CEO of Match B2B. Let me tell you a story, not about hype, not about flashy tech, but about a bold branding move that turned a small Israeli software company into a global B2B success story. This is the real power of strategic brand positioning. Let's rewind to 2017. The company we now know as Monday.com was still called Daypulse. They weren't a tiny startup anymore. They had raised $25 million in a Series B round, had around 70 employees, and about 10,000 paying teams. They were growing fast, but their name was holding them back. Daypulse was constantly mispronounced. To some, it sounded like a medical device. To others, it just made no sense. It had zero emotional connection to what the product actually did, helping teams organize their work. They realized if they wanted to scale globally, they needed a brand that people could relate to. So they made a bold move and changed their name to Monday.com. Not because it sounded cool, but because it meant something. Monday is universal. Everyone knows it, but it's often associated with dread, the start of the work week. The founders, Roy Mann and Eran Zinman, wanted to flip that on its head. Their goal, to reclaim Monday, to make it a symbol of clarity, ownership, and control. A new beginning, not something to fear. And that shift changed everything. With a name like Monday.com, they could market like a consumer brand. Bright colors, simple ads, emotional hooks. They went all in. In fact, in the years leading up to their IPO, they spent more than 100% of their revenue on sales and marketing. Yes, you heard that right. They spent more than they earned to win the market. They ran multi-million-dollar Super Bowl ads, almost unheard of in B2B SaaS. They were no longer just selling a tool. They were selling a movement around a better way to work. Now let's look at what happened. From 70 employees in 2017, they grew to over 1,500. From 10,000 paying teams, they now have over 225,000 customers. Over 2,600 of those are large enterprise accounts, each paying more than $50,000 per year. In 2023, their revenue reached $729.7 million, and their market cap today, around $10 billion. All of that rooted in a single decision: to build a brand people could understand, remember, and emotionally connect with. So here's the takeaway. A brand name isn't just a label, it's your story. A strong brand lets you break the rules, like Monday.com did with B2C style marketing in a B2B world. And when you commit to your brand, invest in it, because when branding is done right, it doesn't just support your growth, it drives it. And if you want to learn how to build a brand that's ready to go global, I invite you to our free live webinar, From Local to Global, Smart Brand Positioning for SMBs in B2B. Sunday, September 7th, 12 noon, Israel time, live on Google Meet. You'll get frameworks and real-world examples so you can build a brand story that scales with you. You will find a link to register in the post. Hope to see you there. Let's make sure your next branding decision is the one that puts you on the global map.